See, here's the thing. I don't care who you are, where you come from, or what kind of gamer you think you are. Right now, at this exact moment, is absolutely the greatest time in history to love video games. Period. Umbrella Fight.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the podcast. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing fantastic. I hope you're feeling fine. This is, of course, the Umbrella Fight podcast, and we are super duper happy to have you here. Oh, man. I'm feeling awesome tonight. Got my peppers planted.
It's peak.
And that theme song is always peak. Welcome to the podcast. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Nathan, and we are here to talk about one thing and one thing only, the only thing that matters on this podcast, and that, of course, is video games. That's right, Devin. To my lower right, if you're watching us on the video feed, we've got my good buddy, Devin. Devin, how are you doing tonight, man?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. So excited to be here.
I love that you guys joined the Shade band. The Shades
Dude, I can't see
here.
a thing.
Nah, man, it's dark AF here, but we just got to hear each other, feel the vibes.
My hearing is like enhanced now.
Dude, it's a small price to pay for looking this sharp.
Hell yeah.
And to my lower left, of course, we have my good friend, John. John, how are you doing? Doing well?
I'm doing amazing now. I'm fighting
Yeah.
umbrellas.
Oh, man, that tickled me. Well, welcome to the podcast. Today, we're going to talk about video games, and I'm really, really, really excited to talk about that. So, you know what? Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in. Devin, what have you been playing lately? How are things going? Oh, no, he corrected me. Pause. Everybody hit the brakes. We forgot to do, of course, wait, where's the button? There it is. The collective
That's
quench.
right.
That's right. We hope you guys have a drink nearby, whether it be tea, water, a booze, whatever your poison is. Go ahead and grab your glasses and say it with us and say it loud. Umbrella fight, our circle tight. We shine together in the night with laughter loud and spirits in sync. Raise up your glass, and now we drink.
Drink.
Oh, my whistle is now wet.
Yes. Now I can speak.
I don't like the way that came out. I'm never going to say that again.
Where did that saying come from? I was just about to ask. Like,
Well,
Wet your
probably
whistle.
it probably came from like woodwind instruments, I would assume, because they read like moistened before. You should know this, John. Come on.
all right, no, stop. Oh, my whistle's wet. I gotta know that because I played clarinet.
Yes. That seems like some trivia you ought to know, don't you think?
Yeah,
No.
I'm actually just
Can we
completely
get
guessing where
complexity
it
in
came
here?
from.
No. I'm not gonna stand for the slander. He doesn't even know.
You don't know about the clarinet, bro. You don't know
It was-
nothing about the clarinet.
It was a complete guess. It was a complete guess, to be fair.
You weren't in the clarinet chain gang.
No, I was not. I've never played a woodwind instrument in my life.
Same.
Like
I've never played a
literally
woodwind or
just said
brass.
Wait, what, John?
I was like, Devin just said that. He was
Yeah.
spreading this information.
He's acting, John, is there some kind of code words we're missing here? Did he accidentally say like a slur for clarinet players? You
I know, it
you
was
whistle wetter.
I mean,
I don't know.
that feels like a slur. I don't know.
That does feel like a slur. I'm never going to say that phrase again either.
A lot of learning happening here.
There is.
I stopped.
Well, welcome to the show. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and jump into some video games.
Yeah, let's
Devin,
talk about the things that actually matter.
the only thing that
The
matters
things that
on this
really
podcast. Yeah, because forget music. No, just
Yeah.
kidding. Music's awesome. I love
Hey, our
music.
intro's sick.
Dude, bro. I sometimes I'll pop it on and I'm just like, oh, this like came out just right.
Dude, it's like the perfect intro. Like turn it on before you're about to like go to work or something. Like you're in the car driving. It's just like the start of something.
There's something about
So epic.
that like synth vibe.
Yeah.
Heavy,
It's so Night City, man.
Yes.
You know?
bro. It
Yes.
is.
It's Night City all over the place. Well, Devin, spill the beans. What
I'll
you got?
spill 'em. Hey, look, I have been playing a touch of a new game. Well, I say a new game, not a new game, not even close to a new game, a
Nathan.
retro game.
Oh,
Um,
He's
I love
done.
retro. He's got it.
well, Well, get ready. You know of this one, this little niche of mine. I got bit by the Tetris bug again.
Oh no. Are we Tetrioing it up?
I am, yes. Tetrio is
Oh,
like, I was playing it right before the podcast, just like
hell yes.
slamming it. I've been playing it all, like probably for, yeah, probably the whole week. Like I think I
I
started
bet you're
playing it last week.
brutal. I bet you got them chops up. I bet you're
I'm,
fucking so hard to beat now.
you know, I'm okay. I am not like, I'm definitely not peak Devin at Tetris at the moment, but
Mm.
there is man, there's something so satisfying about slamming those pieces down in the place that they need to go.
I love
And
slamming pieces down.
just doing it like it's like ridiculously fast.
man,
But
So let's talk about what Tetrio is and why it's awesome.
yeah, so Tetrio is just kind of like this this continuation of Tetris, right? Like the retro version of I mean, Tetris has always been around. It's kind of jumped around from different consoles here and there, and kind of been around. But Tetrio's one of those like remakes of Tetris that exists online, and kind of under the like it brings in the if you ever like really big for a long time was Tetris with Friends. They eventually got shut down. For whatever the reason, I'm not entirely sure what the reason was for that, but they eventually got shut down. They no longer exist, and Tetrio
copyright
is
issue, huh?
you know, maybe something like that. Maybe they just weren't making money because they couldn't charge for it. I'm not entirely sure.
No idea.
But yeah, I played a ton of that maybe 10 years ago. Like I played a lot of that. That's where I really developed a lot of my Tetris skills, was Tetris with Friends, and it's kind of like a dueling version of Tetris where you're going against an opponent and they're sending you blocks and you're having to, you know, kind of knock them down. So it's a very competitive version of Tetris that's not like, hey, compete with yourself or the level or the game itself. You're not just trying to score points. You're trying to knock out the other person by sending them to the top, by sending them lines over. So there's a lot of incentive to send a lot of lines, but there's also a lot of incentive to control your board, to keep it at a certain level. So a little bit of strategy that goes into it, but and so there's like I'm actually like kind of relearning, because not even relearning. I'm learning for the first time some of the different like strategies to win, because I never really thought about. Like I watched this video and it was a really funny video. He was just like, "Hey, rule number one in this type of Tetris game," because I think there's 3 other platforms that still do this, but Tetris is just the one that I use. He was like, "Hey, if you just like don't want to lose, like just don't kill yourself. Like don't keep sending your blocks and doing bad. Like that's all you have to do." And a lot of times the other person will they'll beat themselves. They'll do it to themselves. And as long as you're not killing yourself. So there's like strategy to it. And then also, you know, there's like, but you also want to be able to send lines too, to knock them out. And you want to send them a full Tetris line, which sends them all 4. So you've got like some strategy there, but then you've got
hot garbage there.
A double Tetris. You get two big single lines.
That Tetris, that tall 4, and then you get 1 4 show up. You're like, yeah, here we go, boom, boom.
That's
yeah,
right.
Awesome.
That's right. Yeah, it's good. And then the one part that I like, maybe I'm learning is, and I may have the terminology. I don't quite remember the terminology, but essentially like down stacking, I think is what it's called. And essentially what that means. Yeah, essentially what that means, I think, I may be getting the term wrong, but this is what I mean by it, is not building up, but every move you make is to drop your levels lower. In other words, you want to just slam your blocks down to the bottom, and you're not trying to send a lot of like big numbers. You're trying to send at least just a line, just to get your level down, because you're like about to get knocked out, right? It's just it's height control.
Okay.
And the way I learned to play is I just learned to build into a Tetris and then slam down the Tetrises. And I can do that really fast, but the problem is sometimes you don't get the single line block, or like maybe you're stuck in a situation where you need to use it in a different situation or something like that. And so you get stuck in like a sticky situation. Oh God. you get stuck.
There you go.
You get stuck in a sticky situation where you'll get knocked out really fast without realizing what's going to happen. So
Yep.
it's definitely an interesting game. That's always kind of had a hook in me, and I will play the hell out of that game. So much so, and I don't know. You guys tell me. I don't know if you guys have ever played Tetris like this. You will start seeing the blocks when you close your eyes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like when you go to I'm so serious. Like it's such a and you can't stop it. There's nothing you can do to stop it. You'll close your eyes to go to sleep, or just like blink too long. Literally, if you just blink, and you close your eyes for just
It's like
you're playing Tetris. It's just going the blocks are just boom, 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 and you're playing. It's crazy. I've never experienced this with anything else or any other video game. Tetris, if you play it long enough and consistent enough, you will start to see the blocks.
I kind of love that though, because that means
I do too.
That means you're locked in.
Bro, you're practicing even when you're not playing. I love that. Your brain is just doing it.
Yeah.
What do you think is so? Why does Tetris lasted this long? What has made Tetris so?
Okay.
It's crazy.
Yay! I'm so glad you asked.
It's evergreen.
Okay, so
Dude, it's crazy.
Something about Tetris and the way it functions is satisfying, and I think from the get go, you had a bunch of different kinds of games that were take a look at the early arcade scene, right? What were they? They were hard games designed to eat your quarters. And then Alexei Pahitnov, this Russian dude, just creates this game out of nowhere called Tetris. And it is fun, it's quick, and it is dopamine hit after dopamine hit. Every time you get a line, boom, boom, boom. It is satisfying to do that because you're accomplishing something every single time and your number goes up. Number get big, blocks go down. Bless you. So I saw that sneeze. So
I'm back.
So what's great about Tetris is that it was actually the very first thing in video games that I can think of that was that's a dopamine hit right there, because you're not climbing anything. Yeah. You're accomplishing a task, a small task, repeatedly and successfully. Because take a look at Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is, you've got these girders that you have to climb with ladders and dodging barrels, and you have one objective, and that is to get the princess, to rescue the princess. Everything else is not exactly a task, it's an obstacle. But Tetris is a set of tasks. I need to clear this line. I need to clear this line over and over and over. And it gets faster and you get better as it goes on. So not only is there a repetitive task that you're accomplishing, you're successfully completing something repeatedly, you're also getting skilled and you can feel yourself getting skilled. And then on top of that, it gets super duper difficult. It has a really high skill ceiling. Couple those three together and you have a evergreen video game. It doesn't matter what it is. Take a look at Balatro. Balatro is the exact same way. Number get big. I get my jokers. I configure them just right. Boom, boom, boom. Successfully dealing hands and clearing goals and clearing goals. And there's a really high skill ceiling with Balatro. Now, there's a level of RNG in Balatro that's not the same as Tetris, but Tetris has RNG just the same. There's still a randomness to the whatever pieces you're getting. Now, plug that into competition. Oh man, you've got a winning juggernaut of a video game right there, and it's so simple and it's so fun, and that's why people play checkers, and that's why people play chess, and that's why people play basketball. They're games that are simple to learn and have a super high skill ceiling, but when you're doing them, you are successfully accomplishing a goal. I got the basket. I stole your piece. I got that king. I felt good doing that, so I want to continue to do that. And then my overarching goal, to beat you when I do that, hell yeah, let's go. That's why Rocket League feels good. Getting a goal feels good.
You're okay.
Oh, you're cooking.
No, you're right. I want to yes, you're definitely cooking with that. I want to add something in there to build on what you said.
Yeah.
Because you talked about the high skill cap, but the high skill cap, the reason it feels good because it's a high skill cap is not because, hey, I know that I can get up here. I feel like with Tetris, specifically, you could say the same thing for chess, like you were saying, like that or a Balatro. It's that every round you play, you feel the increments increase in your skill. Every round, like you're like, oh, I could do better here. And it's like infinite. Like you can consistently do that and like immediately see the reward from it. And like, so every round you're playing, and each round is not crazy long, you're basically leveling up an increment. So you're getting like that progress.
Yeah.
Like there as well.
There's
like so much XP being earned everywhere.
I'm going to throw something else out there. There's 4 levels of being good at a video game. Level 0 is, I've never played this before. It's called unconscious incompetence. You don't know that you suck at this game because you've never played it before.
What a term.
The first time
What a term.
Hold on. I've got more. So the first time you play a game, let's take Tetrio, for instance. I jump into a game with Devin and I've never played it before. Instantly, I move to level 1, which is conscious incompetence. I know I am not good at this game. Over time, you can feel it. Yeah. You can feel yourself level up. And at some point, you'll cross a threshold to where you are consciously competent at this video game. Level 2. Now we're cooking. Now I can beat you, and I know how to beat you. Sometimes I can do it. Sometimes I can't. But I'm competent to tell you when I fucked up. Oh, as soon as that T piece goes into the wrong slot, and I've got a little square that I can't complete a line on, I am immediately like, shit. I actively know that was a poor choice. And then at some point, you reach the closure of the eyes and the pieces are behind your eyelids. And that's when you're at level 3, unconscious competence. Whoa. You're just good at it because when you get in there, you know where the pieces are supposed to go. Instantly, you're like, that goes here, that goes here, that goes here, that goes here. And then the lines start moving down, 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 and all the garbage gets sent over there. And when you have 2 people playing that are both at level 3, that's what's fun to watch. People who are so fucking good at a video game, you're like, I don't even know how they're doing this. You ever see that guy that plays blindfolded Tetris?
Oh, dude.
Literally, he's playing Tetris, and when
there's no shot,
he can see this piece, just the piece falling from the top, and when he sets it down, the piece disappears from his view. So he can do this because he can visualize it. He's unconsciously competent at this video game.
No. That's 100% true. Like entirely true. I can say that I've glimpsed at the glory that is that. Like I can understand. I've tasted of the fruit that is being able to play Tetris blind. I'm nowhere near close enough to be able to do it, but I absolutely I can see how that's possible because I can at times I will just look at the next piece. I won't even be looking at what I'm playing because the next piece is more important than the piece that I'm playing currently.
Yeah.
So I'm playing basically you start playing one step ahead. Those guys, so you have several different modes in Tetris. Traditionally there's a mode that is like it's called 7-bag. That's like your traditional Tetris game mode, which essentially has the certain amount of pieces that come kind of in a particular cycle. And the cycle is based off of like, you will only have so many, you will only essentially not have a piece for so long. So in other words, you will at least get a line, like a line block every, like at the longest, like 7 pieces later or 10 pieces later or something like that. And so when you start to like feel those patterns, some people know those patterns. That's different. That's when they become like God tier and they just like, they know the patterns. They just know it's going to happen.
Yep.
But there is still a little bit of randomness to it, but it's algorithmic, or it's kind of put in there where it's like, it has to come up every so many pieces.
Sure.
And, when you start to like feel that pattern, like you just know what you have to do. Like you know where this piece needs to go. You know it's going to have to happen. And
would you say that you're locked in?
Dude, you get locked in. You do. Yes. Yep. It's one of those games that like I think it was Saturday night. Was it Saturday night? Maybe Sunday night. No, it was not Sunday night. It was Saturday night for sure. I stayed up until 2 a.m. playing Tetris. I played for like 2 hours.
Brother.
2 a.m.?
That's crazy.
Yes.
Were you
I was
playing
up
like
until
against
2
yourself, or you just randos, or what?
I was playing randos. Yeah. So in Tetrio, they have this other game mode that I was also playing, and it's like this big lobby game mode. And it's good for like warming up, but because what ends up happening is you get so many blocks sent to you. Like if you're not good, like you're going to like get obliterated after a certain point. So it starts you out kind of slow and ramps you up.
Training
And then
mode.
the longer you're in, the more people you're in a big lobby. So like everyone's playing, but the longer you're in, the better competitors you're going to be playing with, or who you're kind of essentially kind of 1v1ing, if you will. But it like kind of rotates, and then like you'll just get up too high, and then these people are like God mode, and they just kick you out, which actually happens so fast in that site. Like, who's going to play Tetris? I was telling my wife, I was like, who's playing Tetris, right? It's the it's the people who love Tetris. Like, these guys are insane, dude.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
like
I'm sorry,
I feel
I
like
thought that question was
horrible.
rhetorical. I would have answered it.
Yeah.
But I thought it was
Same.
rhetorical.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
But
it's
no, yeah,
true,
the
like-
sweats. It's the sweats.
Yeah, it's the sweats. No one's going to Tetrio to go play Tetris unless you like love Tetris.
Yeah, 100%. It's just like going to online chess. People go to
Yeah.
online chess because either
Chess.com.
somebody who is a chess sweat is like,
Yeah.
I'm going to get in here and play chess, or they know a chess sweat who said you should get in here and play chess. And the only way to play chess is to become a chess sweat. Let's be real.
Yep.
Like, chess is fucking
Yeah.
hard,
Honestly, yes.
right?
Have you guys ever gone through a chess arc?
Huh?
I was just about to say that I actually had a very long chess.com arc.
Wow.
No, I am I'm level 0 at chess. I'm consciously incompetent. I have no idea how to successfully complete anything. It's awful. But you know, sounds like you guys have had some experience with chess.
John, what was your ranking?
Dude, I couldn't tell you.
Oh no!
Like
That's
I
the
didn't
most
like.
important thing.
No, I know. No, I
You
know.
gotta
I
have
know.
the number, man.
So like I could probably like sign into my account and look back, but like I had my junior year in high school, I had a teacher for this class I was doing called AP Research, and it was a class where there's only one class. It was like 5 other students, so like it was kind of a tight knit group, and the teacher's name was Mr. Power. That was like that's his name.
That's a
like-
name
Was he
right
over
there. I love
9,000?
That is the. Hey, if I ever saw it, yeah. But yeah,
Hell
it was Mr. Power, and like just randomly, he like challenged me to like chess. I had absolutely no like, hadn't played it, and I started we would just play games because like the way the class worked is you were essentially working like the end point of the class was you were writing like a 5,000 word research paper about a topic. So class was just kind of to collaborate, but most of the research you were just doing on your own. So during class, me and him would solely play chess. That's all we would do. I would even come in early to play chess. And eventually I got good enough to where I was getting really close to beating him, but my end game was horrible. And eventually I managed to beat him, but the bell rang and I couldn't mate him in time.
Oh
No.
So it didn't count. He didn't count it because he's like, class is over. You're not in my class anymore. How can like get out?
Dirty.
He trolled me a little bit. That's
a little dirty, I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, I know. And you know what sucks?
Conceded.
You know what sucks? That also happened to be the last day before like COVID, before we never returned back.
No,
So I never got to play him again. So then we started playing online. So we would just play online chess.
Wow,
But it was
that's really
so I had a little it would suck, but like I got pretty decent at it. I'm not near enough to say like I would never say I'm good at chess. I would say I'm very mediocre at best. But it is a fascinating game. Like everything you guys were talking about, the competitiveness of it. Like those chess masters are racked. Like, I forget the dude's name, but the goat of chess, I forget his name.
Magnus
he literally
Carlsen.
memorizes. Yes, Magnus. He memorizes games.
Like
He will
Magnus got beat
close
this
his
year,
eyes.
last year.
Yes, he did, and it's insane.
The guy that beat him was
But,
like, I can't believe I beat Magnus Carlsen. I shouldn't even be here right now. This is insanity.
Was it Hikari who beat him?
You'd get me lying if I said yes, but I'm fairly certain it was that that name rings a bell. But yeah, they were like down to the last. I watched just the tail end of it, watched him win, and you could see the defeat wash over Magnus's face. Like the moment he makes the move, and this is what I was talking about, the hole in the Tetris board. When you see it happen, you're like, fuck.
He knew.
No,
Yeah.
I shouldn't have done that. He knew it too.
And it's like, dude, the blunder, like that blunder, bro. Like the word blunder it's devastating.
Yeah,
because it's just I lost the game.
Yep.
Like
100%.
And there's nothing you can do. Nothing. Napoleon moment. Nothing can be done. Like you're just gonna lose.
Nothing can be done.
Wow.
I'm so sorry. Yeah,
nothing.
Tetrio is like that, man. It's got those moments where you're just like battling it out. And you know who's really fun to play on Tetrio is our mutual friend Aiden. We used to play Tetrio, like we'd sit at the office back when we were at the A1 location, and we would play Tetrio just like from the other rooms. And man, Aiden was cracked at it too, because motherfucker does not give up. Like he'll be 2 lines from the top, and he's just like sending pieces to the left and the right, and just going, and somehow digs himself out of this hole and still wins the round for no reason. It's crazy. He's the epitome of that strategy you talked about at the beginning of our discussion here. Don't kill yourself. Just keep trying. Yeah. Yeah. He wins with that strategy.
Be patient. Like a lot of times you can just win by not killing yourselves. Like just don't lose. Like it sounds super dumb, but like when you play the game and you like slow down because you're like, oh, I don't have to send this piece that fast and accidentally mess up.
Yeah.
Like you can just slow down and you can send the piece exactly where you want. Think about it for a second and then do it so that you don't make the mistake and get beat. Like that's all you have to do.
That extra 3/4 of a
easy.
second.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds easy, like, but it's about doing it at your skill level, because that stays true to, I'm sure, even when you're insane, like you're crazy good, because it's a matter of like doing it to your skill level. Like you don't have to go faster than you need to. Sometimes there's moments where like, hey, pick up the pace, like you have to do it, but like also you can't lose composure and make a mistake that will then kill you, because then you killed yourself. Like you would have, you might as well have not done that in the first place. So it like seems like it's stupid advice, but when you play under the guys, like when you have your mind in that place, when you play, it actually is like, oh, like that was actually helpful. Yeah. Go figure. Figure.
I had an analogy pop into my head. It's like when you're playing an instrument, don't try to play outside your skill level, especially when you're on stage. It's just like that, actually. When you're on stage, like, when you're playing Tetrio with another person, you're on stage. You're in front of somebody. They're watching you. And then when you nail that solo from Time by Pink Floyd, which that's one of my favorite solos to play, and it's not hard, but
peak song.
Yes. Thank you. It's so good. I'll send you guys a video afterward. I recorded myself playing it. It's actually a lot of fun. I can play that solo. Dude. Not hard. But if you get me trying to play something like the Master of Puppets solo, it just sounds like trash, and I crash and burn because I'm trying to play outside of my depth. But if I stay in my pocket, it sounds awesome.
That's what training mode's for. That's what practice is for.
Okay,
don't do it in a real match.
We're done here. I don't want to hear nothing about training mode.
Get out of here, dude.
Get in your Rocket League training.
We used to make that joke. He'd go, okay, but how do I get good? All right, so what you want to do is boot up training mode. All right, we're done. I'm playing a different game now.
Old inside joke. Whenever I was trying to show Nathan how to get good at Rocket League. He was like, I'm not doing it.
I just there is room for that for sure, but I didn't have the patience for it.
Dude, it's like anything. Like there's a degree of like care that you have to then hit a skill, because like sometimes you just don't even care to be that good at a game. Like I don't really care that much to be like god tier at Tetris. Otherwise, I would just sit there and practice it, right?
Yeah.
Like I enjoy to play to the skill level that I'm at. Yeah, I do. I would like to get better, but like I would like to get better by just playing the game. I don't. It's not like I'm trying to fine tune and get perfect. And like it's a thing that I pick up every couple years, and I'll play like a couple month sessions of it, and then I'll put it away for a while. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tetrio, man. What a great game.
Dude.
It's so fun.
Fantastic game.
Oh, and
Test of time.
In case we didn't mention this up front, it's free to play. You can just hop on a web browser. You go to tetr.io, Tetrio, and you just create a game and send the code to the person you want to play, and they can just play it with you right then and there. It's awesome. And I love that it's free and it's just right in the browser. So you just play a quick match and be done with it. It's like the Rocket League of Tetris. What kind of comparison
Rocket
is that?
League
I don't
of
know.
Tetris.
Super fun. Love that crap.
Yep. Anything else on your docket as well? More Valheim, I assume?
You know what? I don't even know if I played Valheim from from last week to this week. I didn't play a ton of video games. I don't entirely know why. But I didn't.
That's okay.
I was just I think I just played a bunch of Tetris. That was what I used to film. I think I played Battlefield. I might have played some Arc Raiders at some point as well.
Cool.
That's kind of in the rotation. So like I have like a couple that I'm throwing around right now. Like some staples, especially when I have someone to play with. Arc Raiders, I'm definitely in that. Battlefield is kind of like my solo game right now, other than Tetris. Like if I'm not gonna play Tetris, I'm gonna play Battlefield by myself and just jump in a game because I can just Alt F4 that at any time and just be done. And so it's just like an easy game to jump in and out of, and I don't really care. Just go and shoot some people, fly a helicopter, crash it immediately, or get shot down and blow up. It's I know what to expect. It's a fun time.
What's fun about those games is like when you cross a certain threshold of the number of people inside the match, you might as well be playing by yourself. Like it doesn't matter. You're not with a squad of 2 other people and you're like, oh, these guys are depending on me not to fuck this up. Like,
correct.
It doesn't matter. You're on red team. Whatever. Shoot some blues. Be done with it.
Yeah, you can troll.
Yeah, you could definitely troll. I will say this though. There are moments in that game, and this is what makes Battlefield so beautiful. Being a solo player in a match of a game of like 32v32, you can completely shift the tide of the entire game. One person can do it. And how? Well, there's like several different avenues to do it. You can play a support. You can throw a bunch of smokes in the perfect spot. And if you get smokes in just the right spot, your team gets this like confidence of like, I can do this. And they just go in and and that's all it takes is just a little bit of like, hey, everyone move in at one time. And then boom, like you conquer the other team because they're not that coordinated. And it's like, so if you can control, like, it's almost like controlling their psyche. Like if you can just like make them believe that they can do it, then these super soldiers will just go in there and get it done. And you can do that in a couple different ways. So like smokes, you can do that with a tank. Just roll in with a tank. Your team will just follow behind a tank. So if you're just charging and you can stay alive for a moment in a tank, people will just follow suit with that. It'll create chaos. It creates tons of openings in the enemy lines, and then you just go. This is my favorite way to turn the tide of a match.
We got the finger.
This is my favorite way. Yeah. And I feel like it's so underutilized. Recon.
I knew he was going to say that.
But not sniping people, bro. Nope. It's not the move. If you're recon, you can just obliterate the other team by spotting them.
Yep. I knew he was going to say that.
It's literally free.
So when you're doing recon and you've got your binoculars out or whatever it is, you're spotting them. When you spot them, that highlights them for the other team so they know where they are for a few seconds, right?
That is correct.
It's free wall. It's free
walls.
Walls. It's free walls.
Free wall hack. Wall hack for everybody.
Wall hack built into game.
Literally, let me give everyone on my team wall hack. And yeah, of course they're going to start playing better than the other team. Here's an advantage. A massive advantage, in fact. And I feel like it's just underutilized. People get caught in like these snipers, they'll play recon and it's like, bro, Spec Ops is better. Like stop. Like get in there, get some stuff done. spot some people and help your team move forward. That's what you need to do. Like, don't sit back, use your like 8x scope and pick off one guy every 10 minutes. Like, it's not good. It's not helpful.
You're not helping.
You're not helping. You're just pissing people off.
Yeah.
They can just see your glint and they're just like, bro, I'm going to kill this guy. That's it. That's all that happens. So
yeah,
that's my favorite way to do it. And then of course there is the last one that you can do. And that is playing assault, or you could say, or even engineer, I guess. But any class can really do this. Run in there. Just go. Just get in there and kill some people. And when you have a little bit of success with that run in and kill, like just push that enemy line just a little bit, and it brings your team up. And that's all you've got to do. Again, it's just about building momentum with your team, like a confidence. They just have, literally your team just has to have confidence that they can do it. And then they all move up. And of course they're all going to kill them whenever they all move up. So you just have to kind of get it all to happen at one time. But
that's
anyway, shout out to Battlefield 6.
Dude, hell yeah.
Great game.
Where tactics matter.
Yeah, it does.
Well, that's awesome. John, what have you been playing, man?
So of course I've been playing Cyberpunk, and I'll add some more to that. But I have to admit something.
Uh-oh.
I have to admit so there's this game that I think we've talked about on the podcast called Sideswipe that we play.
Rocket League Sideswipe.
Yeah, and yeah. And so, during the outage, there was nothing to do at work. We weren't even, they were getting no emails, no tickets, nothing. So me and Devin decided to play some Sideswipe.
On official break.
Officially.
Yes, your official 3-hour break.
And Nathan, there were some moments where I was throwing.
I was so mad.
Throwing hard.
I was so mad. I just look up at John and I'm just like,
I could see it in his eyes, Nathan.
Disappointed.
Why were you throwing? Why?
I was just being a bot.
Skill issue, bro. Skill issue.
John, if you guys are not aware, John is a notorious troll. He just loves it. He loves to punch buttons. I don't know what it is.
Dude, okay, because it's like what it honestly is that I'm either just way out of position or I hit the ball completely wrong. And it goes into our goal, or it just doesn't go into their goal. But dude, it's just like, man, there's just something about seeing that car just fly. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like no ball, I would do that just anyway, just to watch the car fly.
Devin's balancing the ball on his head, and you're
just
like,
and it's just because like, bro, there's times where it's like I'll capture the thread and I'll be able to actually do the thing that I'm trying to do, and it'll just be like free, like. I knew I was going to, like, I scored this goal. This is mine. And, like, man, but there's some other times where that ball is going into our goal at my hand.
Dude, I think you owned goal like probably a total of like 5 times while we were playing.
Yes, dude. It's
so.
But, okay, there was one instance where I did score an own goal. And then I was like, don't worry, Devin, I'll make it up. And then immediately scored a goal.
And it did make me feel better. It did. That game is really fun.
Dude, it's crazy, like the skill ceiling in like Rocket League in general. Like those people that are like can just moonwalk with their car and just like have the ball on top of them and like in complete control of the situation. Like I've seen like ranked gameplay or like this guy that can do that, and people just forfeiting off rip because they're like, yeah, I don't want to play this game with this guy. I'm gonna lose. Genuinely. Yeah. And then like you go into Sideswipe and
I've been that guy
with control. Dude, I am that guy actively.
I don't want to play with this guy. This guy's like, it's like playing chess with Magnus Carlsen.
I am
why?
no chance.
Trash. I am trash at actual Rocket League, but something about that car flying, man. Like it's fun to drive. Just be there,
Absolutely. John's just happy to be here.
Look, man. Hey,
right. That's what I'm hearing.
Well, honestly,
John's just happy, bro. He just wants to.
One thing I'll do is like I'll try to chase demolishes. I'll just like try to nuke people.
Oh,
that is too fun.
Playing that
Yep.
role, like especially when you're on a 2v2 and you're playing with someone like Devin who has pretty good
Just
control of the
kill.
ball. Just like, man, don't worry, I'm blowing people up. And you get like that 4th or 5th demolition in a row, and you know the other team is just like, this guy. Stop it.
Bro, because I mean, that at the very least, I feel like that's a good way I can add value, right, at my school, because that's one less person you have to worry about for a couple of
100%.
seconds. You know,
It
that
becomes a
it's gotta
1v1
be
for a few
useful
moments.
in some
it's
kind of
it's
way.
strat,
Yeah,
bro. It is actually high level strat. If you can get really good at demo, I'm terrible at demos. Like I would need to practice demos, bro. It's like
Mhm.
actually
It's hard.
it is such a it's really valuable though, because you can do, so there's a mechanic, and I say mechanic, but it's just like knowing what you can do. So there's like, when you demo someone, you will know where they spawn. Like you can know where they spawn based off of the previous demo. So if you're keeping track of that and you demo someone, you can immediately demo them
Really.
again instantly when they spawn.
Wow.
And that's a strat, because that, again, like John was saying, you eliminate someone from the match. And at a high level gameplay, if you're doing that strategically, you're not eliminating yourself. You're strategically placing yourself in a position that allows you guys to score. And it's a 2v1, right? If you're in a 2v2 match. So it's like actually a really high level like mechanic to be able to demo in a way that's like really effective like that. It actually changes the tide of the game. There's like a lot of, you'll see it like lower gameplay. People get upset about demos in a way that's like, gosh, you're just bad at this game. Like, oh my God. At a high level, they're like, dang, nice demo. Like, like that was such a good demo. The way you just got me there, it got you the point. It literally got them the point. It was strategy. It was mechanic. It was skill. It's not,
Hell yeah.
oh, I just want to blow you up. You know, it's a whole strategy.
Skill
but-
recognize skill, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
yeah.
Yeah, if I could do it, I would do it more often. I'm just so bad at it. It's a waste of my
Yeah, and
time.
I think I had brought it up last week, but a streamer Jinxie, who's like new to Rocket League as well, who's playing with an SSL to like,
Oh yeah,
get
who's
guys
trying to win, get a 9-point boost on a 10.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. But so he's just actually been just queuing ranked with this SSL guy that he's just playing with. So he's in these lobbies that he does not need to be in. And like it's kind of known that like Jinxie is doing this. And you know, the higher in skill you get in Rocket League, the less players are in your matchmaking pool.
Sure.
So
True.
a lot of these people know like what's going on with Jinxie, that there's just some scrub in the SSL queue pool right now. So like there was a game that he was playing where exactly what Devin was talking about, how you can essentially infinitely keep demoing somebody, happened to him. And he was just getting wrecked on stream. He like even set the controller down because he was just getting murked. And of course, you know, they lost that game since bro was just down to teammate the whole game.
Oh,
but
yeah.
because what can you do? You're doing a 1v2.
Yeah, you're just getting demolished left and right. It's how it goes. There was this one time,
But-
tangentially related to this. I was scrolling around on Reddit and I saw this. Have you guys ever played Titanfall 2? Have you ever seen that?
Yes, great game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great game.
Totally
Fantastic
sick
game.
game. So like the movement
Great
tech,
game.
the movement tech in Titanfall 2 is these big mechs moving
Peak.
like blindingly fast across this map. And I saw this one deal. This guy, I don't know what he did, but he hooked it and he's like flying across the whole map. And he turns and he whips this other dude and just like kills him instantly, like bah, just gets him. And immediately in the chat, this guy goes, "I better see that shit on Reddit." Like he knew, oh, that was so sick.
No,
You better
facts.
post a GIF of that on Reddit. Like
Clip it,
immediately.
dude.
Yeah, clip it, bro. Yeah, game recognized skills. I love that.
Ooh, dude, the Titanfall 2 movement was so good.
Man, what happened? Why did it lose steam?
EA happened. EA happened.
Oh
Nathan.
yeah, it's
There
EA,
it
man.
is. There it is.
EA happened.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate.
It really was a peak video game. Like it
No,
was
dude.
it was probably some of the best movement in a
It
shooter
felt
game
so
like that.
Good.
Like actually like ever. It was
Like to
it's
this
actually-
day.
Yeah, no, it's like peak movement, dude. Mechanics of that game were so incredible and they felt so good. That's what it was. That's what made it so special, is it felt really fun to move around in that game. When you
Yeah.
got good at the movement, it took a moment, not a long time. Like I don't know the total skill cap on it. I wasn't like a complete sweat in that game, but like I played it, and it was like there was a moment of like to be efficient. Like you would get in a lobby PvP, and you would have this one guy who would just be like all over the place. And you're like, what is he doing? And like that showed you kind of, hey, there is a skill like gap here. But you got to a place where the movement was fluid and like you just could move around and feel really good in that game. And you didn't have to be the best of the best, but like it still felt like nice to move around.
For sure.
Even in the mechs,
it's important.
What's crazy, like even in the mechs, it felt good. Like when you were piloting them, like like the way they would run, the way you could like turn, like
the wall running.
Cooked. Yeah, it was insane. And now that's Apex Legends. And I'm kind of,
I'm not here for that.
Yeah. Who cares?
I'm not here for any of that. Guys, I really, really wish. You guys can't see the chat. Yeah, Hollow Attorney agrees. He says, I miss Titanfall so much. We all do, buddy. We all do. I'm not here to crap on people who like an Overwatch or who like Apex Legends, but hero shooters like that just don't do it for me. And I know it's me, I'm sure they're fine games, but give me a Titanfall. Give me a Titanfall any day.
They copy pasted the Titanfall movement, and that's Apex Legends movement.
Yeah, it's like a little unfortunate.
So it's like what sucks is that like you can have that feeling of like it feels good to move around in Apex Legends, but then you have to play Apex Legends.
Yeah.
It's like what can you do?
Yeah,
no, you're not wrong.
And it's like, but it kind of sucks because it's like, bro,
it does, doesn't it?
Can we get a Titanfall 3?
Like
EA loves money,
God,
right? They love money. You don't think that would make money?
It's
Titanfall 3.
Quit leaving it on the table, EA. It's right there. It's like a PC release of Bloodborne, guys. Sony, it's right there.
You're leaving money on the table.
1,000%. And dude, that first game too. Even the first game was awesome because it was like when there's that moment when you can hear that lady talk and she goes, "Prepare for Titanfall." You're like, "Oh yeah, here it comes!" Boom! You get these mechs hit the ground and you're ready to rock. Good shit.
I don't think I ever played the campaign, but I heard the campaign was fantastic.
TF2's campaign, yeah. It does like time travel shit, and it's nuts. It's super good.
So
I should go back and play more Titanfall 2. I bet there's still some pockets of Titanfall 2 playing. I bet you could get it working. There's like, if the official servers aren't still running, then I bet there's like pirate servers that you can cobble your game together to make it work.
Shout out to the pirates.
Dude.
Sure is.
Dude, actually, quick pivot. Piracy is like kind of coming back. I don't know if you guys have like kept your ear to the ground, which no one on this podcast condones stealing, theft, or piracy in any way.
Would never do anything like that.
All I'm reporting.
Legitimate product.
Yeah, pay for your legitimate product if you want to support your developers. But what I am saying is that things like Netflix, Hulu, Peacock, and name the 20,000 other streaming services that you have to sign up for fucking anything at this point, because it's basically turned into cable TV again. Piracy is kind of making a comeback.
They became what they sought to destroy.
Yep, 100%. The corpos got their greedy, grubby mitts on it and turned it into the thing that we were trying to escape. I had my cable subscription canceled for more than a decade when I first got my streaming service because I was so sick of paying for nonsense. I wasn't watching any of this shit. And then we had some quality stuff show up. There was like 3 streaming services. Sure, take your pick. They're all good. They've got tons of stuff. And now there's 400 streaming services, and they're nickel and diming you, and it's exhausting. And we're not here for it. Yep. This is what it's all about.
To get to a place where they're bundling, they're buying out other streaming services, and they're bundling the services. It sounds a lot like, I don't know, what was that thing in cable? It was like a bundle, where you can get multiple channels. And so you can watch multiple types of show. Yeah, no, dude, it's getting bad.
And now they're just putting live stuff in my streaming app.
Yep. Yeah. Live TV. Watch live TV. Come back to the TV thing.
And guess what? That live TV has ads.
Ads
on a platform that I pay extra money to not see ads.
I pay for some streaming services, Peacock in particular. I pay for Peacock, and I still get ads from time to time. What?
Yes.
Yeah,
What
unacceptable.
the
Yes.
fuck? What is that?
wrong with you?
Yeah, I'm already shelling out money. That's like paying for YouTube Premium, but you still got to watch an ad before the video. Nah.
Yeah.
Hey, now they put them in the video. Makes
Uh-huh.
me mad. I'm looking at you, LTT.
No. Okay, look. If we get if the place gets a sponsorship and they're like actually a legitimate product, they're like, we don't take sponsors from people that we don't actually believe in, I'll hear them out. That's fine. But to stop me from getting the content into the content, no, I'm not here for that.
Yeah,
man.
here's the thing.
That's a
with,
party
like,
killer.
In baked in ads, in situations like a streaming service, not like a YouTube. Baked in ads in a YouTube channel are fantastic. You can skip it.
Yeah,
Like literally just
fast
like
forward.
boop, like skip it.
You even can pull up the thing and it'll show you most replayed. Like, oh, here's where the
yep.
ad ends.
Literally, like sometimes sometimes shout out to the creators, they will mark their ads and you can just skip past it like
Yeah,
perfectly.
this is an ad.
And-
If you want to skip, you can go to this timestamp.
Yeah, like a 30-second ad here, incoming, boom, and you just skip it. Double tap.
You know, there's a
Double tap,
guy that I
whatever.
watch. His name is Tomato Anus, and he does.
Shout out to Tomato Anus.
Yeah, bro, Tomato Anus is awesome. He's I believe
name.
he's from Canada, but he does a video breakdowns of speed runs. All right, today we're going to watch a 52-minute speed run of the Resident Evil 3 remake, and I'm going to walk you through step by step how it worked. By the way, I collaborated with this speedrunner, so I know that this script is accurate. But first, here we're going to jump into an ad, and then when he jumps into an ad, he has like an ongoing story where he does a skit with himself as the different
Yeah.
characters. So like you kind of want to come back to his ads and watch them like, well, what is the snow shoveler guy going to do for the pizza delivery guy this time? Like what kind of conversation are they going to have? So like shout outs to the
Peacock.
people who get creative with their ad breaks, you know? Cool. Talk about HelloFresh. That's fine. Which by the way, we're not sponsored. We're totally open to it. But entertain me while you do it at the very least, right? Nobody wants to see ads anymore that are trying to entertain you because guess what? The corpos at Tide are not going to entertain me ever. They don't get it.
Facts.
Even if they
They
take the
don't.
Tim Robinson formula of being like wacky, zany, crazy humor, I see that you're selling me something and
Want
I
my
hate
money.
it. Yeah,
Want
yeah.
my wallet.
Corpo.
Oh, it's so awful. It's just this disingenuous, is this a word? I'm going to make it up. The disingenuity of it.
Yeah, I think that's made up, but I like that.
I
Yeah.
understand.
Yes, it's terrible. But anyway,
Feeling the word was there.
I feel like we've digressed on ads too much. Let's pivot back to awesomeness, which is Titanfall. They should bring back Titanfall, and they should do a Titanfall 3, and then everybody will be happy and have a good time. You know?
Oh, no, they're gonna ruin it. They're just gonna
You think-
ruin it.
Okay, I mean, hey, EA cooked with Battlefield. You don't think they have another one in them?
Ooh, that's a great counterpoint, John. What is your rebuttal, Devin?
You know, you're right.
No, I will say they do have a track record of hey, by the way, I
Yeah.
don't know if you guys knew this, but the Anthem server is officially shut down like last month or something.
That's it.
Boo.
Can't play that game anymore. You can't play it.
Freddie
Another
Mercury was
one.
right, guys. Another one bites the dust.
Another one bites the dust.
Shout out EA.
Shout outs to Queen.
Yeah.
Dude, EA
You know,
for a
Go ahead, go ahead.
for a company that loves money so much, they sure love flushing it down the goddamn toilet, don't they? Stupid.
they do.
It's so dumb.
100%. Yeah.
Oh well, what are you gonna do?
It's just surprising you would go here and this, little segue. Hold on, segue, because this is a great example of what Amazon is doing right now with New World. They got an offer. They got an offer.
They did.
They got it- wait.
$25 million.
From whom?
They have a buyout offer from the creators of, I think it was Rust. The creators of Rust.
Whoa.
They were like,
That's
or
awesome.
like, yeah, it was like the owner of Rust or something like that. It was like, hey, I'll buy your game for $25 million.
And they're not selling?
There's nothing back. I don't think they've replied. Do you know if they've replied, John?
Devin,
Look, no.
do you
Pull
realize
that
what
shit
this
up,
means? Pull that shit up, Jamie. Let's find out. Devin, do you realize what this means? An offer is on the table, and your game might yet live to see another year or 3.
I know. So he literally was
It's
like,
the
"I'll
owner
buy your
of Gary's
games."
mod.
Shout outs to Gary.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah, it's his name is he's a COO. His name is Alistair McFarlane.
Alistair. I'm sorry. That is such a rich person name. Alistair McFarlane.
Dude, that's also a League of Legends champion.
You have to wear a monocle when
Alistair.
you're named that. Yeah,
Yeah, he's
And a
a
top
he's
hat.
a cow in League of Legends.
Gotta.
that's awesome. A cow and
A
LOL.
bull. Yeah, he's like a big bull, like
That's
a standing. Almost
Like a hind
yeah.
leg standing bull, like a minotaur even.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's a
Right on.
interesting character. But
Well, I hope that comes to pass, man. That'd be great.
so the thought is, but they're not like jumping on it. Like this happened like last week, I think. Like Friday, I think is when it was, and they haven't really said anything about it. So it's been like a week, and there's been no murmurs on Amazon's end.
I did
Mm.
find an update here as of 2 days ago.
Oh,
Okay.
you heard it here first,
After
folks.
After Amazon announced MMO New World would close down January 2027, Alistair McFarlane, director and COO at Rust Studio, Face Punch, made an offer of $25 million to buy the game. He has now confirmed, I'm sad to say, he has now confirmed this was a joke.
Oh,
He told everyone.
But, followed up to say he has actually spoken to current and former Amazon staff, adding that the team at Face Punch is always looking at new opportunities.
oh,
His
spiritual
exact
successor.
quote his exact quote was, "What started off as a joke between a colleague and me on X quickly took a life of its own. I genuinely appreciate everyone who's reached out over the last few days, including current and former Amazon Games staff who have offered their support and insight." He added
Wow.
that others at Face Punch have a ton of love for New World, adding that the game didn't receive the long-term support it could and should have had. He went on to say the game had true momentum for a while that could have allowed it to become a true evergreen game if it had been supported properly. The response to the game's impending closure shows there is still real passion and fan support around the game.
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
So
Wow.
Dude,
There's
I hate
hope.
that they're giving me hope though, dude.
I know, because dude, it,
You know?
Well,
Because
okay.
that
So,
doesn't sound promising.
fragile. It can be so fragile.
gentlemen, please. Devin, you should. I would say that your hope is not unfounded to have, but also you got to frame it right. Right? Your game's probably going to get shut down. However,
thanks.
but the team that was responsible for the thing you love so much now has essentially a job offer on the table. Effectively, you know,
Well,
we love those
and you
people, and
heard-
I've talked to those people. They're good folks.
Yep.
They deserve to make something. All right. 2 years from now, 3 years from now, spiritual successor. Let's go. Under a company that will properly support it. That's the ideal scenario, in my opinion. Here,
Dang. Facts.
it's a sad state of affairs for MMOs, particularly New
Long
World in
term.
this case. But you know,
I
Tis
think
what it
it's
is.
cool
Long-term
that
win.
that he did say that current Amazon Games employees have reached out to him.
that's
I mean,
wild.
I guess that's cool. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that means
I
that
agree.
internally there must be some desire for them
Oh,
to want.
dude, I mean,
you know,
here's the thing.
want
You don't
that
build a
from the
game.
front.
Guys, MMOs are
They're
the
hard.
they're like one of the hardest games to build in the gaming industry. Like there's a reason we haven't really had like a lot of successful MMOs, and you don't see like they're not like there's not a ton of them. There's not a lot of them, and definitely not a lot of successful ones, because the resources to build them, like alone, just the resources to build them, the worlds have to be massive. And that by itself takes so much work. All the little details that have to go into these huge worlds.
Just
it
use AI,
costs so
bro.
much money. Yeah. What'd you say?
I said just
You
use
say
AI,
AI.
bro.
yeah.
Man,
100%.
They're trying, but we're not going to let them. We can tell.
or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. Sorry, I didn't mean to commandeer your point. It's resonating with me what you're saying. It does. It takes
Yeah.
a village to make that
it's,
game.
It's huge. And you can't take that away from the develop, like those guys who poured their blood, sweat, and tears into those games. Like I was there when they were talking about announcing it before it released. I played into the beta, and like all of those people who were originally on the project, when they first launched the game, their community communication was with the developers directly.
Wow.
And so they would get on their YouTube channel and they would be posting these just horrible videos because they're developers. They're not content creators. And they would be making these videos and it was cheesy as hell. They were trying to be funny. They were trying to be entertaining, but they're just awkward developers. And so it was like, but that's what you want. That they were passionate about
Kinda, yeah.
They really wanted people to know and love their game, and you could hear like, hey, we're trying to make this stuff work. Like we're putting in the, like, we promise you, we're trying to keep up with you guys. Like the issue was they didn't have enough content when they released because people blew through it, and they're like, we are like trying to make content as fast as you guys can consume it, and it's obliterating us. Like we're trying to focus on other things too, other than creating new content, because there's bigger issues with the game that we found. Like, hey, the combat system has to actually be completely rebuilt, recoded from the ground up, and we want to do that so that the game is better for you guys.
We can only type so fast, guys.
For us to be able to scale, right? Yeah, exactly. Like I can only make so much. Like I can only do so much, and it's like, so we're trying to appease you. Hey, here's a new little thing, and then people are like, I can't believe this is what you released, and it's like, but you don't see that. Hey, we're rebuilding this, and you don't see, because again, they're bad at communicating.
Yeah.
It's like they're like pissing off the community more than they're helping, but it's like they were passionate. I could see that. It was like they had a love for this game. They were like, every time they would get on, they were like, look, we play this game too. We know what you're frustrated at. Like we hear you. Like we are in the game with you, and we are just as mad at it. But we have to focus on things that make sense to focus on. Like we can't just add a whole new boss fight if we don't fix the fighting mechanic that makes you miss attacks. Like that's important.
100%.
You have to be able to hit your enemy, or we can't create you a new enemy. Like what's the point in doing that if you can't hit them? You know, so it's like, but they didn't say it, like they didn't articulate things in that way, and they didn't communicate in a way that was like helpful to the community. And honestly, the community was kind of toxic in the sense of like what happened is they got into like a negative feedback cycle, and it just like drained the positivity that was around the game when it initially launched. It was tragic. It was really unfortunate to watch, but they do have passionate developers that were on the project that were no longer on the project by time the game was like towards the end of its life. And I don't know where those guys went. So those guys, those original developers, the ones who crafted that game in the beginning, the ones that were going to be on the project for the Lord of the Rings MMO that they were going to build out, those guys, I don't know where they're at. They weren't a part of the team at the end.
Damn, that's unfortunate.
I doubt they're still at Amazon.
Yeah. Once you get them out of there, and
bigger and better things, hopefully, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. John, you were going to say something just now. You're upset about.
It's just upsetting because like when you pour love into something, it's just sad when you can't finish it. You know, like that has to be worse because like, I don't know, I feel like I would prefer to have a completely finished product and it completely bomb. But at least I can say I finished it, you know?
Yeah.
But to not even give it the right to like die on its own. It's just brutal.
Can we take it even a step further? It gets ripped from existence as well.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not even
control.
People can't even play the incomplete version of something. Imagine this. That scenario is bad enough, but on top of that, you're a developer who's been working on this game for 3 straight years, for 40 to 60 hours a week. It is what you live and breathe and sleep. And then somebody says, nope. Nah.
We want to focus on AI.
We want to focus on I've got this chart right here, and these lines cross.
Actually,
so
this line's going down.
Yeah, so we're actually we're gonna put you guys in the garbage can now. It's essentially just like, fuck you.
Yeah.
That's what it
It
boils
is,
down
it
to.
is.
And you know, you have times in your life where you spent a ton of time investing into something, days, and then it gets, you know, oh, I lost all my data. Nah, this is years of effort of something that they're truly passionate about. So I hope to
Yeah.
God that they find either a buyer and can continue the work that they're really passionate about, or they can move on to something where they can actually spend the time and effort where they will be
Yeah.
appreciated
Yep. And preserved. Yeah.
and preserved.
'cause
Yeah.
I mean, and what sucks is like there's already so many countless games that are gone or there that are lost to media
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
The lost
You
media
know,
pile grows every day.
it just keeps growing,
Yeah.
keeps growing.
And shout outs to the people who are trying to preserve all that, you know, the game preservationists that are out there. I love that. There's no more noble cause than that, in my opinion, because they're essentially the librarians of our time in the video game world, right? You've got
Digital
your libraries.
librarians.
They're the librarians, the archivists, the people who
Yes.
you go to and say, hey, this giant repository behind you, I would like to play Hugo's House of Horrors 3, Nightmare 3D. That's an actual game. You can find that game, actually. Look it up. Nightmare 3D, NITE. It's terrible. But somebody made that. And
Yeah.
it deserves to be preserved in a way that I can pop that open and check it out. It's just like a book on a shelf in the
Yeah.
Library of Congress or whatever it is. I want to archive
Yeah.
this because I deem it important. And the efforts of humanity in terms of video games, the archivists are doing God's work, preserving the good, the bad, the ugly, so we can see the story of humans as told through the medium of video games. And it's really unfortunate that some of those things have been burned, have been literally tossed on a book in a book burning, scenario. It's terrible.
In the
I hate
ether. Sent to the ether.
into the void of
Literally.
nothingness.
It's
That's
sad. I mean,
depressing.
it's sad.
Dude, can we pivot? I want to be positive again.
Yeah.
Hey,
let's
yeah.
pivot.
I actually I
Hey,
want to pivot and I
I'm
want to show you
sorry.
something. I want to show you guys something. Unless John, you sounded like you had one in the chamber too, so I can hold
Yeah.
off if you got something.
No, you're good. Like
Okay.
we can. The only thing I was gonna bring up about Cyberpunk was that I actually got like the tabletop game.
Let's
So, like,
go. Whoa.
I would learn how to like play this.
Wait,
Like how
wait.
to like do a game.
Hold the phone. So let me ask you a question. Do you need to be physically at a table, or could we all play Cyberpunk together? Can we do that?
I think we could because I mean it's like D&D and like
Yeah?
you can play D. I've played D&D online before.
So can your
So,
game
like-
master be in the game themselves? Like, could
I
you
don't
be the
know.
GM and a player? I would hate for us to be like just me and Devin trying to go through a scenario. I don't know if that would be entertaining or not.
Believe it or not, I've seen that done before.
Yeah?
Where like you essentially like the player the GM will be like a player in your party. And like obviously their powers are reduced because they're like
Yeah,
god of that game.
They know
Yeah,
they
but you
know
know what I mean.
things.
Yeah, they know. But yeah, I've seen it
Wall
done.
hacks.
And I have some other people
Yeah,
that are
literally.
interested in
Hey,
doing this.
let's-
so, like, we could
let's-
bring some people for
Let's
it.
talk and let's line this out. We'll talk over the coming weeks, and maybe we can set up a stream on Saturday where everybody just joins a big ass video ninja call. I'll set up an Umbrella Fight OBS stream. Everybody gets in. John, you could be our GM, and you can guide us through the world of Cyberpunk, and we'll all play a campaign. You know, it doesn't have to
Dude,
be
it'd be
days
awesome.
on end if we don't want it to. You know, we can be a short campaign if you've got something in the chamber that way. But
Yeah,
I
it's
I
like-
would love that.
They're like gigs. It's really cool. There's like gigs you can do like in the game. So it's like this book has I think it was at 6 or 8 gigs, right? That you would essentially lead them through. And what's been really cool about this is canon. So like this is everything that I'm reading about in here because I still need to learn the game and also like some of the lore behind the specific time period. But it's all canon and ties into Cyberpunk 2077 because they made it that way.
I love it.
Mike Ponce, like they literally asked him, they used this as a foundation block for the game. And Mike Pondsmith, literally, the creator, was so into it, like they involved him so much that like the world was already built for them, pretty much. All
Mm,
Mike was there to do was like, here's how it should look. But I appreciate like the passion he had for his creation, and he's still making more stories. Like this is a more recent one. He started this in like the 90s, and he's still just making more. It's crazy, but I'm
that's so
excited. I'd love
sick.
to learn how to play some of that.
Yeah, man. That's awesome. That's a good pickup right there. I love it.
Yeah, I love Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk is so dope. So let me see if I can do this. This is going to look real jank on video, but we're going to do it this way because we were having technical difficulties. I'm going to share this with you guys so you can pop this open. Can y'all see that okay? No, that
I sure
looks
can.
bad.
Yes.
Yeah, so I want to show this to you. Actually, I wonder if I can... Nah, we'll just play it like this. It's fine. Look at this.
Yeah.
Do y'all know what game this is? Because this is Bloodborne.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think this is Bloodborne. Yeah.
And
PC.
it is running on my PC. Bro, I got
How
Bloodborne
exciting.
running on my PC. It's running on my 3060. It's running at 60 frames a second. It crashes from time to
Whoa.
time. But I'm doing a stream right now. This mofo right here, this amygdala. Oh yeah, I got 3 visceral
Whoa.
attacks. And watch, I'm about to pop him like, ooh, right in the brain and like blood everywhere. Oh yeah. So this is what I've been taking a look at. I did some research and was just trying to figure out what was going on. And I got it working. I got this emulator for the PS4. I dumped the contents of the game, and it's running in an emulator, and it's smooth as butter. It plays so good. I can mod it, and yeah. So this has been my pet project for the last week. That's what I've been playing. Not to
It's really
mention,
impressive.
it looks good, right?
Yeah. No, this looks really good.
Yeah, I've been having a really fun time, and you know what? I kind of reinvigorated my love for Souls games doing this again because when you don't play Souls games, in particular, when you don't play a specific Souls game, you gotta get good again. This game has been
Yeah.
busting my chops, guys. It has been ruining me like left and right, which is, not a bad thing. I kind of like the punishment. I'm a bit of a masochist that way.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, I'm super stoked that I was able to get this on my PC. And you know what's really funny is you can attach non-Steam games into Steam and then put artwork behind it. It literally looks like a Bloodborne PC version now.
That's so good.
Yeah.
No, this is sick, dude. I'm really excited to see this because this means I can play it.
Yes. That's kind of, I sent you guys a message. I don't know if you caught that,
Yeah.
but you can totally play Bloodborne on your PC now. And it
That's
works
so
in a way
good.
that is not jank, and
Right.
it's it's kind of like a 0.98 version. Like there's still some moments where I'll get some frame drops and it'll pause for a second and I'll have to let it catch up. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I mean, you could see this fight right here, smooth as
Works.
butter.
This has been
working.
butter, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's working.
And I'm really loving the 60 frames a second. Like I can't go back now. It sucks.
Yeah,
I'm never gonna be able to play this game
That's
elsewhere.
the first thing I noticed. I'm looking at it. I'm like, this is like really smooth from like the other stuff that I've seen on this game.
Yeah, let me see if I can find another little part. Oh yeah, I was fighting this dude with some flame arms here. Yeah, he's
Wow.
this guy was big mad.
This looks really good.
It looks sharp, man. And
Whoa.
this game, you guys got to remember, this game came out in 2010. I think this is a 2010 release.
Oh my god!
And it still looks
What?
awesome.
16-year-old game.
Yeah. You might want to pump the brakes. I think this might be 2014. Well, but still, it's more than a decade old. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this game still has
This is holding
a pedigree. Yep. Shout outs to From Software, guys, because like, man, they do it right. Look at
Yeah,
that
they're
fire,
creating
those
some
fire
evergreen
effects look
games.
good.
I
They really
hate
are.
those stupid enemies.
Yeah, these mofos, I hate them. But
Blow fire at you.
yeah, just slash me with your sword, bro.
I
Okay.
hate that, dude.
Yeah, so I wanted to show you this not only because like you guys can play the game now too, even if you didn't own a PS4, you could find a way to make it happen, but also that this community loves this game so much. And I mentioned it kind of earlier. Sony owning this IP is one of the most tragic things in the FromSoft catalog, because I saw a quote. Hidetaka Miyazaki said, Bloodborne is actually closest to what is my favorite type of look and feel. Basically is what he said.
Oh, wow.
Like how this game looks, what with its Victorian Gothic plus cosmic horror, that's his like wheelhouse in his head. So for this to be off the table for him fucking sucks. We were trying to be positive here, but I got to mention that Sony's just sitting on a pile of money. People want this game, clearly. People did the work to make this happen, and I'm really excited.
One of those situations.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I am
really
a big company
is such a
holding on to
bummer.
a game for no reason.
No reason other than what? I don't know the reason. There is none. Just
it's the idea. I mean, okay, let's say that in the context of the New World conversation, that he was serious, right? He was actually going to fork out that $25 million. Why did Amazon not jump on something like that, right? Like, that's not something that they would probably even do. And the question is why? If you're going to throw this thing basically in the trash can and not do anything with it, why not just take the $25 million, right? Sell the IP. You made $25 million, and now you're not going to do anything with it anyway. So
take the money and run.
Yeah. So it's the same thing here. It's like they're sitting on this IP, and it's like, for what? Like, I know if you're not going to sell it for a stupid, ridiculous price, and you're also not going to remake it to resell it yourself, then just sell it. Just get it off. Like, I know they'll buy it. You just can't be stupid about your price.
Yeah, 100%. But, at the end of the day, there's not too much we can do about it. I'm just really glad I feel like at some point, somebody is going to take the New World code or games like this that go the way of the dodo. Somebody somewhere is going to have the wherewithal to have saved a copy of it. And the royal we will figure this out. One way or the other, we're going to play the shit that we want to play, and we're going to play it the way we want to play it. And fuck you on the way out while we do it. You can go over there and you can keep your IP. That's fine. I've got the data. I'm good. I'm going to take this where I need to take it, and this is where I took it. And this video is just me playing. Right here, this video of me, I'm having a fucking blast. Replaying this. No, I kid you not, I've beaten Bloodborne no less than 100 times. I love this game.
Insane.
It is my favorite game of all time. I love it so much. It's like, John, the way you feel about Cyberpunk, the world of Cyberpunk and all of its intricacies, the vibe that this game brings to the table pierces my soul. I love Bloodborne. It's so fucking cool.
What you mean.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
You know it, don't you? When somebody mentions like a brain dance, you're like, let's talk. I want to talk to you.
Yes.
When somebody says something about the nightmare being slain, I'm like, oh, that's a phrase. I know that phrase. Let's talk. I know you like Bloodborne. Let's talk about how fucking awesome this world is. It's so dark and gritty and disgusting. And on top of that, it feels so good to play. And, ooh, man, I'm having a really good time coming back and playing this again in a fresh new way. I put some mods on it. It's called Bloodborne Enhanced. So now it's basically a bunch of QOL stuff. I can warp back to the boss fights without having to do runbacks. I can spawn in any item I want. In this run, I'm not doing any cheaty stuff. I'm just kind of enjoying the game as is with some of the QOL things that are really nice. And this 60 frames a second kind of changes the game a little bit. Like a lot of it, in fact. This game is hard.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah. And I think it might be harder. Say again?
I have something I'd like to bring up about the gameplay that's been bothering me since I've been watching.
Oh, for Bloodborne?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. What's up?
So there was something that you were doing earlier, like in this VOD, where like you ran through this door and you like fisted a hippo, like
Oh,
twice.
okay.
And I felt like no one commented on it, no one said anything, and it was just I just like it's been eating at me since I saw it.
Where's
So,
the hippo?
okay, so I want to
Just-
show you this. So right here, I'll talk a little bit about Bloodborne's mechanics and one thing I like about it. So this game is mega aggressive, right? More so than any other Souls game. Like take a Sekiro, you're on the defense all the time. With Souls like, you are. I got to back this up because I'm going to talk about this. Well, that's a visceral attack. Anyway, what you're doing in a Souls game is parrying and attacking. This game is non-stop attack for the most part. Like the needle goes toward attack way more than any of the others. So I've got a gun. I don't have a shield. This guy takes a swing at me and I pop him with a pistol. That's when he gets in his stagger state. I shove my fist into his torso and I rip a bunch of blood out of him. It's awesome. It's so like, like look at my shirt. Yeah. I'm cool with some blood flying around. Got it? So here,
like,
right.
coming up on it.
What? Yeah, that's why I'm at this part. I know what you're talking about.
Look, like, I just it's so.
So what
fun with
happens
the
here?
animation of
I'm sneaking up on this pig, and I'm going to do a strong R2 attack right here, and I'm going to stagger him, and then this visceral attack right up the butt. Do a prostate check,
No
and
one
then I'm going to do it again.
reacted.
No one said.
I'm gonna do it again.
You can even
Boom.
see it. You can see the entry. Like you can see the hole.
Yeah, there's a beehole right there, and you could just prostate check him, pull a bunch of guts out, and ironically, it doesn't kill that guy the first go around. You have to do it again. But yeah, those pigs are dangerous, by the way. So one thing that I love about Bloodborne, if you're a Souls fan, this game will really do it for you, because it is mega aggressive and it rewards aggression. I probably have talked about this on past podcasts, but one thing that this game does is when you get hit, your health meter goes down for the amount of health that you lose. And instead of being like a black portion of the meter to show you what you've lost, that part of the meter becomes orange for about 4 seconds. And if you get back into the fight and hit, you can regain that amount of health. So if I get hit really hard and I do one of those visceral attacks, I have a theoretical chance of regaining all of my health back. So it rewards aggressive play, and that's why I like this game so much. All of the weapons are so gnarly. Like, I'm just using a regular axe right here. But if I showed you guys, I wish I had footage of like the whirligig saw. The whirligig saw is a big ass saw on a stick. And you can slam it onto people, or you can like stick it out and actually just like saw people up. It's gnarly, dude. Like this game is dripping with style. And it yeah, man. It hits all the buttons for me, like top to bottom. So much fun. But yeah, Bloodborne's available now on PC. Much to the chagrin of I'm sure everybody over at Sony. But you know what? I don't care.
Dude, you're gonna get swatted, Nathan. They're gonna come after you, dude.
I don't know. I'm gonna get like copyright strikes on this podcast now.
Rip your drive out of your computer. Like, you can't have this.
What are you talking about? That was all legitimate gameplay on a PlayStation recorded.
100%. Yeah. All I did was mod my PlayStation. Y'all joke though, but is that coming where we don't have our own dedicated hardware that we can tinker with and we're all cloud PC gamers?
No, I hate that you brought this up, because back to Amazon, evil people. I'd like to read you a Jeff Bezos quote from a little earlier this week.
LOL, I have all the money. That's the quote.
This was in a context talking about just PC gaming. He was like, "That's not going to last. It makes no sense. You're going to buy compute off the grid. That's AWS." And this was in the context of him talking about the RAM crisis
that they caused.
That the
royal
caused,
day, everybody,
the royal day. And it pisses me off, because who are you? Because you got some zeros in your bank account. Look, You could even be. I don't know. That'd be too personal. But I'm just saying, it's a little interesting to me that like, how much more do you want? Like when is like enough? Like you already have the internet. You know what I mean? Like you already have it. It's yours.
They host
You
goddamn everything.
AWS has a cough drop. It's GG. People stop. Business is dead stop. And now you want to take Cyberpunk away from me? Huh? Away from my PlayStation, my console?
Mm.
No, sir.
I bought this
No.
hardware. I'll mod it as I
No,
see
I bought
fit.
this game. Yeah. No, I'll do whatever I want to it, actually.
That's the American spirit, John. That's why that's why we are.
No,
The
we're just
Brits
gonna get
Brits
better.
were like 2% tax on tea. We're like, fuck that. We're out of here.
Hey, here's what I gotta say about
See
you.
you
When are the
later.
people going to be like, nah, we're out of here, bro. We're going to make our own internet with blackjack and hookers.
Dude, but this is the thing, right? It's just gonna be natural, right? Because and what proves this is we've seen this happen, right? I will always the farmers, right? John Deere started software locking their tractors to where if you wanted to fix your John Deere tractor, you had to go to John Deere. So
Yep.
farmers couldn't work on their own equipment. So you know what the farmers did? They learned how to hack their tractors so they could work on them.
Hell yeah.
This is what's going to happen. We're going to just figure it out. Like the indomitable human spirit will not lose to corpo greed. It will not happen.
Dude,
No.
this is so cyberpunk. Like we're
It is.
touching we're
It
touching
is.
we're touching the edge of cyberpunk right now because can you see it in John is in his apartment. It's got all this tech gear that he's cobbled together from all these jobs that he's done, and he like gets his big ass rig together and he puts it on, and he's like running all this software that's all coded himself, and like, all right, I'm gonna get into the game that the way I want to. That is cyberpunk right there. And John, you're so right. You're so right.
All of this is training so I can become the villain. I'll bring it all down. I'll bring it all down.
John is the Johnny. It's so fitting that you are named John. We're just gonna call you Johnny from now on.
Yep.
And you gotta get a silver glove.
Guys, I will bring down the cloud for good.
Gonna cut those cables, huh, buddy?
For good. Man, it's funny because like Cyberpunk, they actually did this. There was a guy that brought down the entire internet, killed it off because of that reason. So because the corpos had full control.
It's
So
almost like
it's
Mike
just funny,
Pondsmith has
like-
some kind of insight into the future.
Bro, no. This is like Simpsons creator level like prediction here. It's kind of insane, especially with the stuff with Venezuela, because that is a major plot point of Johnny Silverhand's story. Are the Central American wars that he had to serve in.
That's so insane.
So I don't know, Mike. I don't know what Mike's got going on, but
There are time travelers.
I need to check on that.
There are time travelers that live among us, and I'm certain that Mike Pondsmith is one of them.
I just can't prove it.
I just can't prove it.
I just can't prove it.
There are Matrix Unplugged. Look, I'm sorry to drop that reference there. I know that's such a cheesy reference to drop, but it fits, so I'm gonna go with it. There are some Matrix Unplugged jacking in from the outside people that can spawn in things. I just can't prove it.
Just can't prove it.
Yeah. There are some people who are just like, hold on. Okay, now I have infinite money. I'm good. Let's do some stuff. Let's hack reality. I just can't prove it.
Must be nice.
If I
Must
figure
be
it out.
nice.
Hey, if I figure it out, I won't say anything, but there will be signs.
I love that phrase. That's amazing. John, you're so right though. Like the indomitable human spirit is like the embodiment of we as Americans. And it goes beyond that, but I'm just speaking from my own perspective.
Yeah.
We won't be shut down. We
No,
won't be
I mean,
controlled.
There's gonna be that group of people that just know. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And it's like as long as that voice is loud, they can never truly win.
Yep. There's always going to be a workaround, you know, because
Always.
Nintendo
Always
has its
find it.
clamps on the Switch 2 right now. Give it 2 years, less. We'll figure out a way to make it happen. I mean, take a look at the PS4 stuff that I just showed you. For a long time, they were like, I don't know, man. This is pretty complicated. I don't know if we're going to be able to do this. Nah,
I don't know.
here it
World
is.
is a way.
Here it is.
Stuff is getting easier to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, especially we're dealing with old hardware, old software.
Quote, unquote.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Quote unquote. Like, you know, so it's like, it's just gonna happen. Like we're just gonna. It's just it won't matter. Like we'll figure it out. Because I mean, how much can you truly change about how that kind of system works? Right? It's ones and zeros. It's all binary. You can find a way.
100%. Yeah, it's about understanding the systems at that level and then just exploiting it. And by
all
God,
it takes is one person to figure it out. Just one dude, and then it's like.
they don't even need to figure the whole thing out. They just need to find the
Nope.
crack in the system. And then the collective consciousness of humans, this is what's great about the internet and also terrible, is that when something is ready to get exploited, the rest of the people go like, ah, yes, I also see the crack. Thank you for pointing that out. And then collectively, we rip it open and it becomes free for everybody. That's just how it works.
Dude, like the farmers did that. Farmers.
Farmers are like,
They're
well,
I'm fixing my tractor.
listen here, Cletus. I'm going to need you to go get my serial cable. We're going to hack this bitch up.
Where's my laptop?
God dang it. Get that Dell out of the closet. I bet we can do a thing or two. I love that. That's exactly the kind of human spirit
Like,
that I want to stick
I mean,
around
bro, like,
forever.
Farmers would be the most non-technical people ever. And I say that respectfully. They don't need to be.
Yeah.
So it's like that's an everyday person. And it's like, no John Deere, no Corpo. I'm keeping my tractor. And they figured it out. I think in the same way, that's just what's gonna happen. And I'm excited to see it. I mean, we'll be able to rebel in some pretty interesting ways in the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah. I'm going to be here for that 100%. Oh, let's see.
Did you guys hear about the Xbox Developer Direct that happened tonight or today?
Developer Direct.
Oh, I did not.
No, what is a Developer Direct?
So it's just like a couple title announces that they dropped.
Okay, let's hear them. What you got?
They've already talked about a few of them. They've leaked out. There's some comments on them. So Forza Horizon 6 was announced in more detail on what's going to be going down. Of course, I think it's been pretty publicly known that it's going to be based in Japan. So they're going to be making their next Forza map in Japan, and it's going to be quote unquote their largest map that they will have ever created for a Forza game. So it's going to be just a massive world. So kind of GTA-esque in the sense of being able to just drive around all of Japan. Some sort.
Wow, all of
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
So
that's kind of badass, right? Like I'm not a Forza guy, but I might want to play that. That sounds awesome, as a matter of fact.
Correct. Yeah, I can imagine it would be sick to just drive around Tokyo and
drift.
Yeah, dude. And you would be playing the song too, of course.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You have to. So I think that's really cool. I enjoyed Forza Horizon 5, I think is what I played. And I thought it was a fantastic game. I didn't play it a ton, but because I never actually bought it, I used my Xbox Game Pass. I did like a month subscription for it just so I could play it.
There's some value in that.
Yeah, I just played it, done with it, and then moved on.
You weren't going to play that for more than 2 to 3 weeks anyway.
That's exactly why I did that. I was like, I'm not going to buy it permanently, and no, it's really, really good. It's definitely a fun game. Highly recommend those Forza games if you enjoy any sort of a racing game. They're kind of like the pinnacle. So excited to see that.
Yeah,
that's one of them. They have this other title. I'm not really entirely sure what exactly is going to go on here. It's called Beast of Reincarnation.
I was
I'll
actually
kind of
just reading about it. It looks kind of interesting. I can't lie.
yeah. If you already read, you can talk about it a little bit here because I don't know
I
anything
can,
about it.
yeah. So I just know I'm on like Xbox.com. This is just what
Yep.
they say. Launching this summer, available day one with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Beast of Reincarnation promises an unforgettable blend of action, strategy, and mystery. Um, Game Freak gave us more details on Emma and her companion Ku. We learned that Emma has been affected by blight, which has removed her memories and emotions but given her the ability to manipulate plants and led her to Ku, a dog that's become a malefect. Emma's role is to hunt down malefacts, but she forms an unusual bond with Ku, setting her off on a journey through Japan circa 4026 AD. Game Freak calls Beast of Reincarnation a one-person, one-dog action RPG, and have created a unique combat system to match.
It looks
Emma
awesome.
provides classic. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty interesting.
Yeah, it sounds interesting. Yeah,
It
that's
says
definitely
it makes
something to
for
look
a
at.
game offering a very different feeling to other action titles, adding tactical complexity to high-speed combat.
So what I'm hearing you say is that the combat is Souls-like plus Devil May Cry.
Probably. Yeah, that sounds about right. That actually kind of sounds badass. I
Yeah.
loved Devil's May Cry.
Devil May Cry is so good. Like
Dude,
the DMC remake is so good. Like say what you will about some of the entries, they were a little scattershot here, like 2, 3, and 4. But DMC, that one that's just titled DMC is fucking legit. It's so good.
Dude, I played the shit out of Devil May Cry 2, and dude, I loved that game. There was like the hack and slash that came along with those games. Felt the combos. Oh,
Yeah.
watching that number grow bigger.
And then they give you a letter grade to it. They're like, awesome, badass,
yeah, like, you did good.
killer, super. You get like the S rank, and you're like, yeah, I'm on the money here. Yeah,
Yep.
that's a good
yeah.
dopamine rush right there.
They've got this other game called Kiln. I'm not entirely sure what to expect from it. It says it's an online multiplayer pottery party brawler. So,
Huh?
not yet.
What?
Whatever
Yeah,
the heck
saw
that
and
meant.
I don't
It's
know.
it's Double Fine. That's why it's weird. Double Fine is like known for doing very interesting things. Let me pull up their games list.
Expressive multiplayer action.
Double Fine. Actually, Double Fine, I believe, also did the Grim Fandango remake that I just played recently. It's like it's not a remake, it's a remaster. And they did a killer job of preserving it the way that I remember it, but also adding some really good quality of life stuff. Yeah, Double Fine's awesome. Psychonauts, if you guys have ever played that. Brutal
I've heard of that one,
Legend.
yeah.
Stacking was a really weird one where there was like Matroska, those Russian Matroska dolls as like a puzzle type party. The Cave. I don't know if you guys remember that one. They literally have a game called Hack and Slash. Massive Chalice. Yeah, so they've done a lot of really, really good stuff over the years. So
It'll be interesting.
If it's Double Fine, it's going to be at the very least interesting. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Sounds like it'll be something to at least look at and go, huh? Okay, it exists.
That's a thing you can do.
Yeah, you can make that game. But the reason I brought this up is I don't know if you guys have history here, but they're making a new Fable game.
Yeah.
Bro. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna jump right in here because I gotta say something about this.
Please. Yep.
I'm not the guy who needs hot chick as my main character. Okay? But what is going on with the design of this main character? It's like it's not just like, oh, we're trying to make a person realistic. This main character is unpleasant to behold.
Oh. Dude, I'm looking at this right now. This is okay. I see what you're saying.
Like,
Can't you just make them? Like, is it a set character? You can't.
No,
yeah,
it's like a set. I don't know if it's a set character or not. It's jarring is all. You know, like I'm not saying everybody has to look super hot all the time. You know, super buff dudes and giant titties running around. I don't need any of that. That's not the question. The question is like, why this configuration? Because it's jarring. It's like, I don't know. It caught me completely off guard. Did anybody else get that, or am I just weird? No.
I hadn't even watched the video, so I just
I
like I
hadn't looked at them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
you'll notice at the very least. You'll be like, what happened here? You know.
So do you have any like experience in the Fable world? Any of you guys?
So no, unfortunately, I'm only speaking to this one aspect right now. I don't have too much to say. I just wanted to know if anybody else noticed, but I do know that the legacy of Fable is huge.
Bro.
It is huge, and it was one of those games that I tried to get somebody to explain it one time. They're like, "Well," and then that was as far as they got because the game is interesting in a lot of ways. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong at all. And here's the thing about Fable. Fable was like some of those like weird early like mechanic adopters. Like they used mechanics in ways that were kind of weird, and they played the way you played the game was kind of weird. Like you could change the it was one of those games where you could change the outcome of the game based off of how you wanted to play the game. In other words, you could be a good guy, you could be a bad guy, and it changed how the world then interacted with you. So like if you started being like evil, you would start to grow these horns, and then no one would want to interact with you.
Huh.
Like you would literally grow like devil horns, and
it's like
people would just be like, I don't want to mess with you. Like you're
a karmic
terrifying.
system.
Yes, exactly. So they had this like weird mechanic in there that was like affected the way the game played and like the way your game could end. So there was kind of theoretically 3 endings. It was like a good ending, a neutral ending, and a like evil ending.
Okay.
And so it kind of changed the game depending on how you played, and then like those characters, depending on how you played, like I think received benefits. So like you'd want to play an evil person a particular way, a good person a particular way, etc.
To like leverage that
to, like,
karma level.
Yeah, it's like and exactly.
I probably have horns.
John the Troll. Well, you
Yeah.
definitely would have horns for sure, bro.
Yeah, you like
No.
like some of the things you could do to like ruin your karma was like just kill chickens. Like you could just like kill a chicken in a town, and people get so upset about it. Felt good. I played this game when I was too young to really appreciate like what it was. To be fair, this game wasn't necessarily good, which is kind of interesting to say. It was a staple. It was like this weird foundation that everyone really loved in its time, but it was one of those games that did not really hold up. Like if you go play this today, you can. They ported it over to Steam, and you can purchase like their anniversary edition. But from what I understand, like it is not that great of a game by today's standards, and it's not like like a Bloodborne, right? Where you like, oh wow, this still feels really good. It still looks kind of nice. Like this game played kind of weird from what I understand. Like my childhood memory of this game was really strong. Like I was like, wow, this game is amazing and I love it. And then I played it again as like an older individual and was like, why did I like this game so much? Like it was, but there was something, but everyone kind of had that feeling when they played it during its time. So it had something that kind of captivated people. And like the way that it felt, the way the world was, they had like crafting systems, trading systems. It was really interesting the way that you interacted with the world. Like the interaction with the world was kind of the fun part.
Okay.
The combat was also pretty good. It was kind of hack and slash to some degree. But and then like your build, like building your character, very RPG in that sense, like, hey, craft your character, like make sure it's tailored to the way that you want to play the game. And I don't know, very interesting. So I am extremely hesitant to be excited about this, but I will absolutely be checking it out because I'm interested in exactly how they're going to do this, because it's not the original developers that are recreating this. In fact, it's a
new studio.
Yeah, entirely different team doing this.
Yeah, so the brainchild behind Fable is a guy named Peter Molyneux. I don't know if you guys have ever heard that name before. He's kind of a
No.
massive name in games. He created in 1989 the original game called Populous, and it's population management, but it did things differently than other games were
Yeah.
doing at the time. He's kind of an experimental game
Yeah.
maker, very interested in just doing something outside the box. And I remember playing when I was a kid, and I should probably go back and check it out to see if it still sucks today. But there was a game called a Magic Carpet that I had, where you would like literally flying on a magic carpet around this spherical planet. And my computer at the time didn't have the horsepower to keep up with it, but I still tried. And it was so weird. And I still to this day remember it being like an experience, kind of
Yeah.
like what you're describing with Fable. Like, why did I like this? I had fun playing Magic Carpet, and it wasn't good.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't
No,
great.
exactly.
But like
Yeah.
something about it was unique and interesting enough for me to come
It
back and try
captivates
it. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, there was something there. Like, I think that's what he did with Fable. I think that's what he did. Is he made something that was interesting, and there were aspects of the game that were so interesting that you just you kind of you didn't like just deal with the rest of the game. Like, it wasn't necessarily overall horrible. It was, but if it wasn't for those singular things, you're not going to play that game.
Yeah.
And
Now-
so there was something that he did to craft it.
Remind me, did you play Fable 2 or 3?
I played Fable 2.
Okay, so
I think I played the first one, but not very much. I played the second one more.
I want to see if I'm remembering this series correctly. Is this the same series where you're playing as a character and then at some point there is like city management stuff that's going on as well? Is that the same series, or am I
if-
thinking something different?
If there was, it's probably not to the degree that you would think. I guess there is a way. I think you can.
Like you
get
could
like
become
a
a king and like
yeah. You
call the
Yeah, you
shots.
kind of. Oh man, dude, so long. Okay, so
I'm really making you dig on this one.
no, because you are, because I'm trying to remember. I know there's aspects that you interact, because again, the huge thing that kind of made this so different was the way you interacted with people, because you could like marry people, you could like get a house, you could get like all this stuff going. Like, it was crazy. Like, you could just do this stuff in the world, and it made it really interesting because it was just like you can't just do that in normal other games. Like, so you just like interact with people, and they treat you a particular way based on how you played the game. And so you might be correct in that. I feel like there could have been an aspect of the game that was basically that.
Yeah, it's basically, I just looked it up. Jamie looked it up for us, and it says basically
Thanks.
there's only very light management elements in the Fable trilogy. So like, yeah, you could become the leader and, kind of call the shots here, but it wasn't no, there's another game that I can't think of the name of off the top of my head, where basically it's like an action game on one end and then a full on city management game on the other end of it. And you're like doing stuff, but also managing things at the same time. I can't remember what the name of it is. I think it might be Nino Kuni. I'd have to look that up. But nevertheless, I digress. Fable, it has a legacy. Actually, I might have talked about Fable on my solo podcast for either closing 2025 or bringing in 2026, because I was looking at some of the games that are coming out. And one of the things I vaguely remember talking about was Fable, because while I don't have a history with the game, it left its mark on gaming. And if you're gonna start a new Fable game and call it Fable, not Fable 4, not Fable : something else,
Right.
you're
Yeah.
just gonna go with Fable. Motherfuckers better stick the landing on this.
Yeah.
Am I
Yeah.
wrong?
Kind of
I'm not.
interested. I can't lie. I kind of want to check it out.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're putting a
hearing you
lot of
guys
work
talk,
into it.
like,
But
that sounds like, because I've never touched the Fable series. I have no knowledge on it whatsoever. But like what you were describing, that sounds interesting.
yeah, it's definitely interesting. Like I said, the previous games, I would say, don't necessarily like definitely check them. Like, you can look into the older ones. I don't even know if I would recommend, hey, go spend your time and play them. I don't know if it's worth the time, if that makes sense. Like,
YouTube exists.
Yeah, they were of their
You
time.
know?
They were really amazing of their time. I don't think that they really stand up today. I have it in my Steam library. I literally installed it while we were talking about this because I'm like, I'm gonna have to go like open the game again and just be like, let me look at this game because I don't really remember the fact. It's been so like it. The last time I played it when I was older, it was like it was probably over 10 years ago still, and like
Dang,
I just
dude.
don't remember. Yeah, I know, old balls.
I wasn't gonna say it.
Dude. Look, you know the numbers keep climbing, and then all of a sudden you start saying things were like well over a decade ago, and it just starts happening more and more, and that's how you know you're getting old.
Yep.
So, so here we are. Anyway, Fable. 2 decades ago when I played it for the first time, it was a really good experience, and then. It's been so long since I've actually really played it again. I'm gonna have to check it out. But what it looks like they've got going on here is they're just gonna try to recreate, like this team is going to just try to recreate whatever it is Lionhead, the original studio, produced with Fable, and they're gonna quote unquote do the best they can to do that. Like
They're gonna
like,
capture the magic again.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see. That's a hard one to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because it was so unique.
interesting.
It's not
Yeah.
just this is stellar quality, because it wasn't. But the ideas were special.
And I think it's also interesting to note the things that they did that were unique and interesting then are not unique and interesting today. And so that's I think that's going to be some of their challenge is if they go in there and they try to actually create Fable 4, right? Like they go like we're shooting for the next gen Fable. This should just look like Fable. It probably would flop. I don't think it would do really good because those interesting facets of Fable back then just are going to be so like abused today, and in the sense of like we've seen it in so many other ways and so many different games, etc. That you're not going to be creating something that's like so interesting that I should go back to this series to play it, other than nostalgia, and you're going to lose me really fast if it just feels like the other game and or like there's also nothing really cool and unique about it. So they're going to have to put something unique in there, which will either flop and be the reason they fail, or it'll be the reason it's interesting, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm curious on how they're going to execute that because they got to stay true to something within it, and I'm not quite.
But they
sure
also
what that
have to
is.
have something to say. You can't bring up the perfect stick the landing on a remake is that Silent Hill 2 remake that I just played by Bloober Team. Bloober Team fucking nailed it. Because not only is it the game that I love, but it's a reimagining, and they brought some new things, some modern trappings to the table. They had something to say about Silent Hill 2. They had the framework, the skeleton, the soul of Silent Hill 2 was imbued into their production. And they still tacked on some stuff that they were like, this would be good here. This goes well with this. And they put those puzzle pieces together, and they made a statement about the Silent Hill universe through this game, to where me as a Silent Hill fan, I'm playing this remake going, holy shit, this is awesome. Yeah. This is what I came here for, So if the new team can take the Fable framework and add things to it and have something to say about the legacy of Fable as it was and as it can be today, they very well could stick the landing, And I by no means, I want to be clear, I don't want any games to be bad ever. But I also have to be realistic about what might happen, because we've seen 1,000 times a game get remade and it's like, yeah, it's not quite the same. It doesn't have that quite lightning in a bottle that got captured that first go round. You know what I mean?
The fourth iterations of games are tough.
That's true.
Look at Assassin's Creed.
Good example. There's some games that can do it that are very repeatable, that just have like repeatability, and really people just want like some quality of life updates and a new story that are kind of attached to it. And the game is kind of built to be that. But a Fable, like an RPG, I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be satisfactory.
You know
We'll see.
you know what's really great about Assassin's Creed? I can just not play it.
You don't have to.
No,
You
facts.
don't have
Dude, I
to.
played
You
the
don't have to
only
play it.
Assassin's Creed I actually played all the way through, and this is probably a disservice because I know there's some bangers out there.
Black Flag. I hear
I
is
pl-
badass.
Correct.
Yeah.
And you know what? I had Black Flag, didn't even play it all the way through. Kind of
Mm.
sucks because I know it was a good one. But I played the first one, and that is the only one I played from start to finish, and I loved the first one. The story on that was so damn good, like peak video game at the time.
Yeah.
Because it
And
was
then
the
it-
first of its thing. It was like you were traversing in and out of this like simulation world thing, and like you were playing this like past life of this person that you were, and it was like holy shit, like this game is amazing.
Hell yeah.
I just remember
and-
not understanding. I was too young.
No,
Oh, yeah.
it was like I definitely didn't fully understand it because I was still too young, but that shit was good still.
See, that's the beauty of Assassin's Creed. Like, I remember when it came out, somebody said the title out loud, and I was like, well, that's a fucking awesome title.
Yeah.
You know? Assassin's Creed. Ooh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
sick.
Like,
And then you go and play it,
remember
and they're
the game.
doing just unique, interesting things more than any other action game had done at the time.
Yeah.
Another case of lightning in the bottle, and they tried so hard to restart it over and over, and some people will shout the praises of Black Flag, some people shout the praises of 2, some people also really like Origins, the ones that's set in Egypt, but
Oh,
at the end of the day, it's still just, you know, Matt Barf.
It was a
and
reskin,
stuff.
bro. It was a reskin every single time, and that was kind of where I was like, I looked at the game and I'm like, okay, like the fun was over when you blew my mind with like pulling me into this past world and actually playing my past like relative self or something, and it's like that was really cool the first time you did it, but like we're kind of continuing this idea of what's going on there in the same way, like just reiterating on it a little bit, tweaking it and kind of making it slightly different. And I just wasn't not impressed. Like, yes, the game was still fun. Parkouring is fun. Assassinating people is fun. Shooting people, great. Jumping off of a really tall building, fantastic time. Love that shit. But I don't know. It loses its spark, and I think that's where it gets hard to reiterate on something that was unique and special, you know, like an Assassin's Creed where they kind of nailed it the first time. Same thing with Fable, they nailed it, and it was like, wow, this was really cool. But how do you reiterate on that without it just being the same thing that we've already played?
It's tough. Real tough.
Yeah.
How many Assassin's Creed games do you guys think there are? No looking.
9.
Main titles only. 9? John, what's your guess?
10.
There are 14.
Oh,
Whoa.
wow.
There
See,
are
that's
14.
just beating
It's-
it to the ground.
That horse is so dead. Stop doing that to the horse. You don't need to hit it.
Yeah.
It's dead. It's
Like you
gone.
There's not a horse
Guys,
left.
like, who's playing them? Obviously, somebody's playing them if they keep making them, right?
Yeah,
it's
clearly.
like Fast and the Furious. People watch them. That's why they keep making them.
Well,
But, like,
okay, that's a bad
playing these-
example. I like the Fast and Furious series. Okay, watching some cars zoom around. Look, Fast 5, they did a bank heist. They attached a bank vault to the back of 2 sports cars and were dragging it down the freeway. You can't get much. That's peak cinema, guys.
Who is eating
you don't
Long
think that's
John
big
Silver's,
cinema,
bro? It's the same thing.
Man,
Don't
Bro.
tell me, Nathan.
Long John's okay. All right, don't
I
come
love-
too hard at Long
Wait,
John.
I love
two of you?
LJS.
Do I got 2 of them?
Don't come at Long John Silver's like that. All right, you know?
LJS LJS is here to provide you some fried chicken and fried fish,
Hey, man.
and I'm here to buy it. Okay.
Whoa. I'm here with the
66% of the
people.
podcast
Hey,
hosts
man.
is
The
here.
2 people that are keeping that
know,
restaurant
like-
open. That is
There's
incredible.
something about a cup of bits. You know what I mean? You know
Yep.
what I mean? You know?
A cup of
Whoa.
bits. It's so accurate. And then you've got like that malt vinegar sauce they have on the table.
Yes.
Yo, sign me up. Give me a tub of
Yeah.
tartar sauce and some
I
cocktail.
can't believe I'm hearing this. This
Winter
is
winter
not
chicken
real.
dinner, fish dinner even.
Wow.
Yeah, bro, you picked the wrong LJS fans to mess with.
Yeah,
Don't
okay,
come in my
I'm in the
LJ.
wrong chat.
bro. You must.
Yeah, but no,
Oh,
you're not
man.
wrong though. There are series that keep coming out over and over and over, and you're like, okay, guys, who is buying Assassin's Creed? Who is seeing Fast and Furious that much? You know, because I'll admit I like the Fast series, but I haven't seen one in a long time, and they're still
Bro.
pumping them out.
Bro, in their
So I don't
latest,
know.
in Fast and Furious 10, they strapped a jet engine to a. Oh, spoilers! I'm sorry.
Nope,
If you're
go
gonna
ahead.
watch
If you haven't seen it, too bad. Go ahead.
Dude, they strapped a jet engine to a Honda Civic and sent it to space.
Yes,
And they
I know.
and Tyrese was driving it. He was
stupid.
in space, literally in orbit, driving a Honda Civic.
Now I have to watch this
drifting.
movie. That's like maximum drift right there.
Space drift.
Dude, he was just in space, like literally just driving.
I love it. The air was trapped in his car. You know, he could breathe. It's fine.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, it's good. It's chill.
Madness.
It's like when you get to Jason X or Jason in space, and you're just like, all right, so the serial killer is now on a spaceship. Sure. What creative ways can we kill people? See, the focus on that isn't the story. We don't care whether or not he's in space. We care that he's driving a jet engine powered Honda Civic in space. That's
Dude,
all I'm here for. You know? It doesn't matter
Madness.
why. It's madness, and we know it's madness. You're here to accept the madness.
Well, and that's what I say. Like, there's some games that do have a beauty in just, hey, like, let's slap a new skin on it. The game is really good. People play it again because they just want to play the same game, but like they want a skin pack for it, and that's essentially kind of what
Sure.
you get in a lot of those types
Far
of
Cry.
titles. Yeah, Forza, literally Forza.
Yeah.
We're getting a new map. That's literally what they're giving us, a new map updated to the updated car models, and that's what you're getting. You're not getting a new, like, they're not reprogramming their driving engine in this one. They're not doing that. They're putting you in Japan because they said, hey, we're gonna put a lot of time in building the Japan map, and it's gonna be badass. And you're gonna want to drive around in Japan. You know what? They're right. I do want to drive around in Japan. And it's like same thing with the Assassin's Creed. Hey, we're putting you in Egypt now. You're going to be in Egypt. It's going to be sick. Or hey, you're going to sail a boat on this one. You're going to be a pirate, right? Like that sounds sick. Like okay.
You're making the case for Assassin's Creed. You were
I know, and I look, it's sold for a reason, okay? Like,
yeah.
well, I didn't actually buy it. It came with my 760. I bought my GTX 760, and it came with a copy of Black Flag.
Wow.
Bring that back, by the way, NVIDIA. Start tagging.
Yeah,
your graphics card.
Put bundle a game with your graphics card. If you're going to charge me $2,000 for a graphics card, give me a fucking video game with it to play on it, huh?
Intel
Actually, I
Graphics
remember
did that.
my Voodoo 3 graphics card.
Bro,
I got a Voodoo 3, and it came with Need for Speed, Hot Pursuit.
let's go.
Yup.
Yeah,
And I drove that game into the ground. That game's
That's
not
a goat game.
That's not a good game. No, it's not.
No.
It's mediocre at best, but it's a goat.
No, dude, Need for Speed is another one of those titles just like that. They had an incredible like framework to their game, and then they just were like, hey, we're going to put you in this environment. This is the new situation.
Yeah.
Like, I played Need for Speed Most Wanted like crazy on the PlayStation 2. Like, it was ridiculous the amount that I played that game.
Hell
like,
yeah.
unlocked everything, maxed it all out, like 100% of that game. Like, it was insane. But then you move to the next one, you're like, this is like the same game, but like, I don't know, the small little tweak that I enjoyed in Need for Speed, like, it's not there, so I don't want to play it.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know. So
So
it's give
there-
and take. You might like it, you might not. Or you might like it, you might not like it.
We need a term for these games, and it has to end in slop, because that's what they are, right? Assassin slop.
Yeah, I'm thinking. No.
No, it's not there. We need to cook. We need to cook a little bit on that one.
Yeah.
It'll come to us.
But I can
Yes.
tell you that I really enjoy some. There are some slop games in those genres that are in my wheelhouse. So while I am really kind of crapping on Assassin's Creed as a series, and it's fun to beat that series up a little bit. At the end of the day, there are some winners and losers in that big ass pile of games because you can't make that many games and have them all be bangers. That's just not possible. Black Flag, sick. Origins, hell yeah. Take a look at Far Cry. I love Far Cry. Far Cry 1 is crazy. Far Cry 1 was like, whoa, I didn't know games could do this. This looks awesome. Then you played Far Cry 2, and it's like, by the way, you're in Africa, and your guns break and jam all the time, and this whole world is out to kill you, and you're going to die a lot. That game is totally different, and it did something completely new. And then Far Cry 3 happened, and then we've been getting Far Cry 3 for the entirety of all Far Cries. Far Cry 4 is Far Cry 3, but in India. Far Cry 5 is Far Cry 4, but with a cult in Montana. Far Cry 6 is Venezuela, I believe. It's the same game.
There's got to be an amazing name for this that ends in slop.
Yeah, we'll come up with it for sure.
Because like the Call of Duty games, I mean Battlefield could fit in there. You could throw in all the sport games.
Sequel slop.
Sequel slop is not bad.
Sequel
we'll stick
slop.
with that
That's
until
a B
we come up with
minus.
something better.
Yeah, that's a B minus.
It's a placeholder for sure.
Yep. But you know what? At the end of the day, I'm just glad that there are more video games to play. And like I said before, I was making a joke because I can just not play Assassin's Creed because I don't really care to play those games. They're not really in my wheelhouse. But somebody did play them, and I'm glad that some people are making money off it, even if it is sequel slop. That's okay. It is what it is.
Yep.
Well, gentlemen, it's actually getting kind of late. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this janky. Can you guys see this? Okay. I wonder if this is actually gonna do sound. Let's see. It probably will.
Sure.
Hold for it. Please hold. Can y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Because I sure can.
Let's
It's a
go.
little loud. There we go. We'll turn it down so I can sign you guys off. I sure do appreciate you guys being here. This podcast is like the highlight of my week every week, and I hope it's the highlight of everybody else's week that's in the audience. All three people that have stuck around since we gone this late. Just want to remind you that you're loved, you're awesome, and what you do matters. I want you to pick up the phone, and I want you to call your mom. I want you to call your dad. I want you to remember that, life is just too damn short. So go tell them that you love them, guys. Hearts up. We're going to go ahead and sign off for the night. We appreciate you guys being here. We will be here next week at 9:30 p.m. Thursday night as usual. Cue the music. Let's get the fuck out of here.